So Rasheeda and Kirk Frost had a scare after their son Kai got into a serious car crash. She posted the wreckage on IG and gave all thanks and glory to God for covering their baby boy. While Kai's banged up, Rasheeda says he's bruised and limping, but he's okay. Y'all know this family's been through a lot, and they stay strong. Prayers up for a speedy recovery, Kai.
Rasheeda is a well-known rapper and reality TV star who has earned a reputation for her strength, resilience, and ability to handle the ups and downs of life. However, she is now facing one of the hardest and most heart-wrenching moments any parent could ever imagine. News has spread that her son has been involved in a serious car accident, leaving him in critical condition. What started as an ordinary day has quickly turned into a nightmare for Rasheeda, her husband Kirk Frost, and their entire family, as her son lies in a hospital bed, fighting for his life. The family is left in shock, fear, and hope for a miracle. Sources close to Rasheeda and her family have shared that she is utterly devastated by what has happened. The accident, which reportedly took place late at night, has shaken the entire community. Rasheeda's son was rushed to the hospital after the crash, where he was treated for multiple severe injuries. Among these injuries, the most concerning is a traumatic head injury, which doctors are especially worried about. When he first arrived at the hospital, it was a touch-and-go situation. Medical staff worked tirelessly to stabilize him, but his condition remains critical. According to those who were there, Rasheeda was deeply shaken by the situation. Witnesses who saw her at the hospital describe a heartbreaking scene. Known for being calm and composed, especially in public, Rasheeda appeared visibly broken. The pain in her eyes was unmistakable. Despite her efforts to remain strong for her family, it was clear that the emotional toll of seeing her child in such a critical state was overwhelming. Rasheeda's vulnerability in this moment has struck a chord with many, as she's typically the one holding things together in the toughest of times. Kirk Frost, Rasheeda's husband and business partner, is also grappling with the severity of the situation. He and Rasheeda have been through numerous challenges together, both in their personal lives and in their careers, but nothing could have prepared them for the emotional weight of this moment. Since receiving the devastating news about their son's accident, the couple has not left his side. They are holding on to hope, praying for a miracle, and doing everything they can to be there for their son as he fights for his life. According to reports, Rasheeda's son has suffered not only a traumatic head injury, but also broken bones and internal damage. His injuries are so severe that doctors are cautious about making any predictions for his recovery. At this point, it's all about waiting and hoping. Every hour counts, and the coming days will be critical in determining his chances of survival. As they wait for news, Rasheeda and Kirk continue to stay by their son's side, keeping their focus on his health and hoping for the best possible outcome. The news of the accident quickly spread, and many fans and followers of Rasheeda and Kirk flooded social media with messages of support. The couple has built a strong fan base over the years, thanks in part to their appearances on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, and their dedication to both their careers and their family. As they face this unimaginable tragedy, Rasheeda and Kirk are feeling the love and encouragement of the people who admire them. Fans are sending prayers, positive vibes, and words of comfort, hoping that their son will recover. A close friend of the family shared that Rasheeda has always been a pillar of strength for her family, both at home and in her career. She's always the one who holds things together, no matter how tough life gets. But this situation is different. This time, it's her child who is fighting for his life, and the emotional weight of that is breaking her heart in a way that no one could have anticipated. The intensity of this moment has brought to light how deeply vulnerable even the strongest people can be when faced with the fear of losing a loved one. In addition to the emotional toll on the family, the accident has also sparked conversations about road safety, particularly for young drivers. While the details of the crash are still unclear, speculation has arisen about what may have caused it. Some believe high speeds, distractions, or weather conditions may have played a role. However, Rasheeda and Kirk have chosen to focus on their son's recovery rather than the specifics of what led to the accident. Right now, their primary concern is his health, and they are not focusing on the circumstances that caused this tragedy. Sources close to the family have revealed that their home has been filled with an outpouring of love and support. Family and friends are constantly visiting, dropping off food, and offering their help in any way they can. The community is doing everything possible to keep the family strong during this difficult time. Rasheeda and Kirk are not alone in this journey. They have an entire support system behind them, helping them through this darkest hour. Rasheeda's emotional breakdown at the hospital has resonated with many people, especially since they rarely see her in such a vulnerable state. Known for her calm and composed public persona, she is now a mother in pain, terrified by the possibility of losing her son. She's not thinking about anything other than his well-being. Everything else, business, work, and career, has taken a back seat to her son's recovery. She won't leave his side, and she's clinging to hope with all her heart. Kirk, too, is doing his best to stay strong for Rasheeda. However, the strain of the situation is evident. He has always been there for her, and together they've overcome many challenges. But this is different. The gravity of the situation is overwhelming, and he, too, is struggling to keep his composure. As the hours pass, both Rasheeda and Kirk continue to hold on to hope, hoping their son will find the strength to pull through. Rasheeda and Kirk have always been fighters, and now they are hoping their son can show the same resilience in his battle for survival. It's a frightening time for everyone involved, but the love and support they've received from their community remind them that they are not facing this battle alone. The next few days are crucial, as their son remains in intensive care, closely monitored by doctors. Fans, family, and friends continue to send their love and prayers, hoping for a miracle. Celebrities and fellow reality stars have also shared messages of encouragement and positivity, hoping for a quick and full recovery for Rasheeda's son. Many people have expressed relief that Kai, her son, survived the crash, though they acknowledge just how terrifying it was. The images of the wreck have reminded many of how fragile life is, and how quickly things can change. While Kai was fortunate to survive with relatively minor injuries, the wreckage served as a reminder of how much worse the situation could have been. For those who have followed Rasheeda's journey on television and social media, this incident feels particularly emotional. Rasheeda has always been open about her family life, and many of her fans feel a deep connection to her and her loved ones. Because of this, they are especially invested in her son's recovery, offering support in whatever way they can. While many questions remain unanswered about the cause of the accident, Rasheeda has chosen not to share further details about the crash. Her priority is her son's recovery, and she is focusing all her energy on helping him heal. The uncertainty surrounding the accident has left room for speculation, but the most important fact remains that Kai is alive and slowly recovering. Rasheeda herself has shared how her faith played a significant role in helping her process the ordeal. The mix of fear and relief she and Kirk experienced when they first saw the wrecked car was overwhelming. Their son's survival felt like a miracle, and they are holding on to the belief that with time, he will fully recover. As Kai begins his physical and emotional healing, the road ahead will not be easy. The trauma from such a terrifying experience can stay with a person long after the physical wounds have healed. It may take time for Kai to process what happened, and he will need support not just from his family, but also from his friends and the wider community. Rasheeda's fans are confident that with such a strong support system around him, Kai will recover. Her openness about this personal struggle has allowed her fans to connect with her on a deeper level, and they are rallying behind her with love and encouragement. The family's journey over the coming days and weeks will be filled with both challenges and hope. As they process what has happened, they will undoubtedly continue to feel the strength of their community's support. Life can be unpredictable, and this experience has reminded them to cherish every moment with loved ones. Kai's recovery will take time, but the family is holding on to the belief that their son will heal, and that life will return to normal.